I never thought it would happen to me. I was just a regular guy, living a quiet life, keeping to myself. I wasn't someone who stood out in the crowd, but everything changed the moment I met Ella. She was like a force of nature, charismatic, gorgeous, and always at the center of attention. I was just a face in the background, watching her effortlessly steal the spotlight. It was at a mutual friend's party that our paths first crossed. I was nursing a drink in the corner when she approached, a mischievous grin playing on her lips. "You're not from around here, are you?" she asked. I was taken aback, but managed to answer, a little flustered. From that moment on, it felt like she was always around. At first I thought it was a coincidence, but I realized she was doing it on purpose. She'd invite me to events, get close to me when no one was looking, and make me feel like I was the only guy in the room. I tried to resist. I had a girlfriend, Megan, whom I loved deeply. Megan wasn't like Ella. She wasn't the type to demand attention from everyone. She was beautiful in her own quiet way, sweet and supportive, and had been there for me when I had nothing. But Ella wasn't easy to ignore. She made it seem like everything Megan was exactly what I needed. I convinced myself I was being ridiculous, that I wasn't falling for her. But one night after a few too many drinks, things went too far. Ella came to my place, and we ended up in bed together. It was a moment of weakness, and I hated myself for it, but I couldn't take it back. The guilt hit me hard the next morning, but Ella acted as if it was nothing, like it was just another conquest for her. It wasn't for me though. I felt torn between the two women, one who I had built my life with and one who had shaken everything up in a matter of weeks. For the next few weeks, I tried to distance myself from Ella, but she kept pushing. Every time I thought I had a grip on things, she would remind me of that night. She would show up at events, wearing that same seductive smile, as if daring me to remember what we had done. But it was a game to her, and I was just a pawn. Eventually, Megan found out. I don't know how, but she did. I came home one evening to find her sitting on the couch, tears in her eyes, holding her phone. It wasn't a confrontation. It was just quiet devastation. "How could you?" she asked softly. I had no answer. I apologized over and over, but I knew it was too late. Megan packed her bags and left, and I was left with nothing but my shame. But Ella didn't stop there. I thought she would be satisfied once Megan was out of the picture, but she wasn't. She wanted more. She wanted to control me, to have me as her prize. She wanted me to leave my job, to cut ties with anyone who might get in the way of our relationship. She made demands, manipulated situations, and slowly started taking over my life. I was losing myself in her, and I hated it. One night, I saw something that made me snap. Ella was at a party, flaunting her latest conquest, another wealthy guy who didn't know the truth about her. She was pretending to be the perfect woman, the one everyone envied, but I knew who she really was. I knew how empty she was inside, how she used people to fill the void. And I realized I didn't want to be her next victim. I made a decision that night. I left her. It wasn't easy, but it was the only thing I could do to reclaim my life. She wasn't happy about it, of course. She threatened to ruin me, to spread rumors and lies, but it didn't matter anymore. I had already lost everything once because of her. I wasn't going to let her take anything else. In the end, I learned that some people are just meant to be lessons, not partners. Ella was a chapter in my life that I would have preferred to skip, but it taught me what real love looked like, something deeper than lust or games. Megan may have left, but I had learned the hard way how to respect and value someone who truly cared. As for Ella, she continued her life, hopping from one man to the next, never finding what she truly wanted.